Remember that disastrous national speech that Donald Trump gave the other night? The one where I said that whatever he was trying to do, he failed, unless the goal was to convince the country that he's clueless, in which case he gets an A plus plus plus. At the time, I asked a really simple question, and sometimes with Trump, simple questions actually go, the question may be simple, but finding the answer may be complicated. I said, who thought this was a good idea? Who signed off on this idea? And now we may finally have the answer. According to reporting from the Daily Beast, Donald Trump admitted off camera that this speech was not his idea. He told reporters that it was the idea of Susie Wiles, his chief of staff, who made him do it. Now, understand the context here. This entire fiasco starts to make sense when you realize right before the speech, Vanity Fair drops this brutal profile of Susie Wiles. Just brutal, brutal, brutal. She says Trump's got an alcoholic's personality. She talked about Trump judging people by their genes, and contradicted Trump's favorite Epstein conspiracy talking points, and portrayed J.D. Vance as a conspiracy theorist, said J.D. Vance is an avowed ketamine user, odd duck who sleeps in a bag at work, and all of this stuff. MAGA world was furious, although officially everybody in the administration defended Susie Wiles. Okay, all of a sudden, Trump is doing a national address. Cable news goes into breaking news mode. Networks cut away from, I don't even know what's on the air these days. Probably not Survivor, right? Or is it Survivor? Who the hell knows? And people start speculating. Is Trump announcing a war? Is it Venezuela? Is it some massive announcement? And instead, we get 18, 19, 20 minutes of Trump talking at double speed, popping his peas outrageously into the microphone. He seems hopped up. He's lying about gas prices. He's lying about inflation. He's lying about math. He sounds like a guy whose brain is really suffering. Doctors were alarmed. We'll get to that later. Trump's allies were confused. What was the point of this speech? And after the cameras stop rolling, Trump asks his staff, how did I do? They say, oh, you did great. And then Trump says the quiet part out loud, which is, Susie told me to give an address to the nation. So what it seems like is going on here is that Susie Wiles knew she was stepping on a political landmine with the Vanity Fair piece. And the idea was, let's distract, let's put Trump up there, let's generate attention about something different. Trump goes up there. I guess it's a form of damage control, even if Trump doesn't realize it. And it backfires because it was supposed to refocus the national conversation on what Trump wanted it to be on, how great he's doing and he's fixing everything. But what it actually does is remind voters, wow, Trump looks exhausted and is exhausting. He seems unstable. He doesn't seem to be operating from strength. He looks quite disheveled. So in that sense, it's mission accomplished. The speech was such a disaster. It did take a lot of attention away from the Vanity Fair piece. As I said on Thursday's show, reviewing the speech, it wasn't the Gettysburg Address. It wasn't MLK. It wasn't FDR. It wasn't even a coherent rally speech. It was really an unforced error of pretty brutal proportions. And the part that is most interesting is that Republicans should be terrified about this because it energized no one new. The instant feedback to Trump's Wednesday night speech is not that it coalesced or united or inspired anybody in a way that would be useful to Trump and Republicans going into the midterms, which are now just 10 and a half months away. It didn't reassure swing voters that Trump can do this. It didn't project competence. It didn't do any of it. It made Trump look erratic, weak, and disconnected from reality. So now we have to wonder, did Susie Wiles do it in order to simply save herself from attention about the Vanity Fair piece? Or is Susie trying to sabotage Trump? And that's part of a different theory that is developed, which is that what Susie Wiles is doing really through the Vanity Fair piece, and maybe by sending Trump out there for this ridiculous speech, is showing the Republican Party, you can move on from Trump now. You can go in a different direction. The speech didn't help the Republican Party. And it's fascinating that it was Susie Wiles' idea. What do you make of it? Let me know in the comments. Many of you know that I grew up speaking Spanish, but I took French in middle school and high school. I'm a little rusty on it. And when I was getting ready for my last trip to France, one of the things I was most worried about was, am I going to be able to communicate in everyday situations, ordering food in French, asking for directions, greeting people? I didn't want to be the person flipping through my phone trying to translate everything. And what really helped me was Babbel. Instead of like vocabulary lists that go on forever in a vacuum, our sponsor Babbel teaches you language through real conversations. So the French Babbel taught me was super useful on the trip. And the best part is that Babbel fits into quick 10 to 15-minute lessons, so I could fit it into my busy schedule very easily. Thanks to the interactive dialogue exercises in the Babbel app and the spaced repetition that made the phrases stick, I was just more comfortable. I have to admit, my girlfriend was actually impressed with my French when we were in France. I could order at restaurants, buy train tickets, figure out, is there a baby changing station in the bathroom? And also just chat with locals made it way more enriching. Here's a special limited time deal just for my audience. Get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.